Hi everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to my channel. I have seen that my numbers of subscribers have grown and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so I'm getting a little bit late start this evening and it's actually the 4th of February. Can you believe it? It's already the 4th of February. Okay, so anyway, we're going to be working with a 1-inch diameter punch, and I've already punched out a few of these, just a few to get started. I thought if I could do a little bit bigger ones, let me see if I could do some smaller ones, and you really have responded really well to it. So I just want to get right into it and see how this is going to look. I'm not sure how this is going to do because this is a very small. I kind of picked it out though. We'll see how it does. And then the base for this is going to be this stuff here. It's not even an inch wide. I'm sure I have more than a yard here. That looks like it might be 2 yards, maybe. I don't know. Maybe even 3, possibly. Okay, so this is, it's kind of hard to tell if there really is a front and back to this. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue right here. Oops. A little dollop will do ya here. So now I'm going to well, you heard that big burst of energy. That's the dog. She just came in from outside. So that's always a good thing. Our dog is so silly. So you'll probably hear tapping her toes behind me. Okay, so I'm really getting used to my Pixel, I was going to say a Pixel camera, but yeah, it's a nice camera. But I'm getting used to my Pixel phone. I'm so glad I went ahead and just got it, you know? So we're making another pleat right here. Oh my goodness, this is so stringy. It reminds me of mozzarella cheese. This might work out pretty well. I have no idea. We're just going to do some fun ones tonight, and I think I want to try to, if it turns out, I want to use it on a project that I've got in mind. But we will see how it turns out, shall we? Yes, we shall. My goodness, really? Oh my. What is that? This is probably some lace I got from some lace. I've kind of lost track of some lace I have gotten at flea markets. And then some lace I have gotten from Cindy's Laces. So I still have not figured out how to use, I could just do regular links, but I'm not sure that they would be highlighted in blue or whatever. And I don't know how I would forget how to do that, but somewhere along the line I forgot, and unless YouTube has changed, I don't know. So anyway, goodness gracious. Actually, I think I've decided that I don't want to try to keep up with 2 YouTube channels. But if you all want to, well, I didn't even leave a link, did I? Well, that's real smart there, Mary. Oh, gosh. I'm really, really organized. I'm being sarcastic because I'm not. I am not organized at all. I'm usually organized at work because you have to be organized at work. Because when you're standing at a register, they don't let you have any food at the register. I mean, that would look kind of bad. Seeing somebody munch on a, I don't know what, a sandwich. Not that I've ever tried. That would be just really gross. No, when you come up to a register, you expect that person to be awake and ready to check you through. I'm really hoping this turns out because I've just got an idea in my mind as what I want to do with these. It was actually a very pretty day today. And yesterday it was really, really cold. But today it actually got up to, I want to say maybe high 30s possibly. And you know that always seems like a heat wave. Now, if you live in the South and it gets down to a low temperature, because you're used to the warmer temperatures, that can be bad. Oh, gosh. We don't have any snow on the ground or anything like that. No ice, no nothing like that. All that stuff is all melted away, which I'm happy about because it makes it really bad to drive in that stuff. Well, fiddle-dee-dee. I don't know if I went off camera or not, but I'm sure you all will say you guys need you need to stay on camera. Now, I will say it seems to be a little bit more difficult to work with a circle that is a little bit smaller. But as my old home ec teacher used to say, we'll make it work. She always said that too. So this is what it looks like right now. And, well, we'll see. You're probably wondering, well, why aren't you working on your journal? Well, good question. I guess I want to do things in stages. Sometimes I get bored with one project and I got to go to another project. It's not that I won't finish that project, but I just want to work on something different. Had another idea that just popped in my brain, and I thought, hey, let's go with that. Now, have I ever worked with going tiny on one of these? No, I have not. So this is the first time I've done this. Woohoo. All that good stuff. Ouch. I'm glad this is a dual temp, because let me tell you, if this were any hotter, that would be a serious ouch. Well, so far so good with this. Come here, you little tool, you. I found some cute little buttons at our local flea market. Man, I love that one. These were Stampin' Up! Buttons, and I only paid like 99 cents for them, so pretty cool, if you ask me. I don't know how much Stampin' Up! Buttons go for, because I've never been to a Stampin' Up! Like a workshop or anything like that. You know, when they invite you to these things, I've never been invited. Is it something like a Scentsy thing, only you get to work on cards and whatnot, or whatever they happen to have for you? But then if you go to one of those things, you feel sort of compelled to buy whatever they have. And if you only brought so much money, oh heavens, you're in for it now. I remember back in the early 90s, there was always something to go to. Either was home interiors, or I liked home interiors, because if you hosted a party, this one woman who did the party for me, she actually made up a cute little gift for me. I wish I had kept that. I don't have it anymore. It's a cute little candlestick, and she put a cute little thing of flowers around it. It was just really pretty, and I don't know what I did with it. But, you know, that was a long time ago, too, so. And sometimes you get tired of things, and you think, I don't want that anymore. Who knows? It may have been one of those moments I went, do I want that anymore? Probably not. Okay, so I'm getting around to the place where I started to do all this wonderful stuff, so I need my scissors. Where'd they get off to? On my desk, that could be anywhere. When you're crafting, do you do you keep your desk clean all the time, or do you let it get all messy and then afterwards clean it up? Or if you're like I am, sometimes things don't get put away. They just sort of stay there. Well, heavenly days. I think I cut off too much. But see, even if you cut off a little teeny piece like this, don't go, I just throw it away. Don't throw it away. You're probably like, well, what can I do with it? It's so small. Well, just keep it. You never know. Because I used to be that way too. I used to think, I don't need that. Whatever that was. Oh dear. Doesn't that look razzmatazzy? If I do it like that, it'll look better. Ooh. Not bad. Well, considering this is the first one I've done, it's not terrible. It just looks kind of out of place a little bit, but now it's stuck. So this is my practice one, okay? Okay, just putting it out there. Or I could use it. Okay, now this is where it gets really thrilling, using something that's very, oh dear, this is a very small, tiny, thin stuff to work with. And it's got lots of areas where, yes, you will burn your fingers. Lovely. I was trying to think if I hang anything a little bit bigger, but not terribly too small. And I can't think of anything right now. Nothing comes to my mind. Like I said, I have lace buried here and there. And when it comes to lace, I do love lace, so I think I mentioned that once before. Oh, goody, see? Won't this be fun? Oh, ooh, ouch. Youchy. Oochie and ouchie. That definitely is an oochie ouchie. Well, maybe this will work and maybe it won't. We're just going to have to do a wait and see. I obviously had some high hopes for this. Don't know. Maybe this is going to be so tiny, though. Oh, dear. Houston, we may have a problem. Ah! Let's not give up yet. Normally, I would save this kind of lace for trim on a card or something like that, but you never know. Let's go ahead and see if I can get you a little bit closer. Let me pause you for a moment, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got you a little bit closer in. I hope you don't mind, and I can definitely... let's see. Kind of keep an eye on the time, although that time clock is rather small. And I have my readers on, but that doesn't... Oh, well, it kind of helps, I guess. Oh my. Now, have I, like I said, I've not made one of these yet, so I don't know what it's going to be like. So you're witnessing firsthand if it's a good idea to work with such tiny, tiny flat lace or not, you know, I don't know. We will find out together. I think maybe once I get going with it, maybe it won't be so terrible. What you think? What you think? Definitely the strings are a problem. Oh, man. Why did I decide to use this stuff? Oh, heavens, heavens, heavens. I don't know. Why did I do that? It's definitely, you're seeing a lot of more strings, which I could probably pull off at some point. So far, I haven't really burnt my fingers too much. Because I'm glad I have that little old tool right there. Come here, I need you. Now, I may not try to talk too much when I'm working with this tiny little stiff. Don't know for sure what I will do. What will she do now? And I feel like I'm not staying on course here, but maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Well, you know, I had bought so much of this stuff at a flea market, the blue stuff I'm working with right now. Stuff. Lace. Trim. Whatever you want to call it. And didn't really pay that much for it. I thought, oh, that's cute. You know, and all I could think of was, well, I'll just use it on a card at some point. But I know I got this little idea in my head, and I thought, well, since I got so much of it, maybe I'll just use it in this project that I'm working with. And You never know. It may inspire you as well. Maybe. Yeah. For me, my fingers don't like to work so much. It's not easy to work when you've got carpal tunnel going on. My hands tend to, not all the time, they don't hurt exactly, but they tend to, like a vibrating sensation. It's really weird. I know it's got to be a nerve thing. That's why my fingers don't want to work very well. The dog is in here, and if you hear anything else in the background, it's my husband. So we do share a craft room. It's our craft room / office area. So, you know, it's just where we congregate sometimes. What am I looking for? My glue gun. Hello. Maybe if I had thought about it, I should have done maybe a video a little bit earlier today, but I happen to be off today. It's Saturday, and normally I don't get Saturdays off. But this Saturday I did. And yes, I do work tomorrow. Well, that didn't hurt. That's amazing that did not hurt. So, other than working with glue strings, I mean, they've got glue strings everywhere, which remind me of spider webs, but not the same, I know that. I think I'll just probably pull these off at some point. Okay, so I think I want to make, that kind of looks like a mess, doesn't it? Or doesn't? Maybe I shouldn't have worked with something so small, I don't know, but maybe it'll look better once the glue strings are kind of tidied up a bit here. Don't know. Or it might help if they got off my finger too, so I don't know. This is rather small stuff to work with, so just saying. If I do another one of these, I may not work with such small trim. Probably should work with something just a little bit bigger. Okay. Yeah, I think this is where I wish I did have some fingernails. I am recording, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay, great. I wasn't too sure if I had my camera rolling or not. Okay, and you're thinking to yourself, well, that's a really big area there. What you going to do there? Well, good question. What will I do? And it looks kind of bunched up right there, too. What will I do? I'm trying to think. Do I have anything a little bit? Maybe just a little bit bigger. I don't know. Oh, dear. That's all I want. Some background sound. Hang on a minute. I'm going to pause you. Okay, so we're back. And I did find some of this purple stuff. Now, I kind of wish I had found that sooner. I don't know if it's focusing or not. And it is a tiny bit bigger than the blue. Then I found this lovely stuff. And I thought, you know, that might look kind of cool on there. And I could do like a red, white, and blue thing. Or I thought, well, I could do purple too. I don't know. Don't know that I would recommend going that dinky with, you know, this blue is rather dinky to use. Now I could go with purple, but now I kind of wish if I just remembered that I have the purple, I could have gone with that. See, it's that much. Let's see, let me get a hold of this thing. Where's the end here? The purple is just a little bit wider. Not by much, but just a tiny bit wider than the blue. But I don't think I want purple on there. So we're going to go with the red. And if I have anything else that I could have used, then I'm just going to be like, well, okay, whatever. But like I said, this is kind of a trial one, and we're just gonna work out with it as we can here as we go. Now that was a really big dollop. That was kind of a little bit too big for my liking there, but that's okay. And that's kind of all smushed together right there. I guess it doesn't look terrible. I know. I should have worked with the red first and then the blue. I know. I hear your thoughts. No, I don't, actually. Nope, I don't. Okay, like I said, this is our practice one, so the things you can do and you cannot do, I suppose, or things you can do, but maybe not do it the next time around. I don't know. We'll see if we do that, though. The blue will still show through, so maybe that won't be so terrible after all. I don't have to go around as much, so my gathers can be a little bit fatter, I guess. I don't know. Don't ask me. Because I really don't know. You're probably thinking, well, that little hole is going to be covered up. Well, yes, it will be, but that's okay. We're going to put something in the center of that anyway. I guess I like a good challenge once in a while. I like to see what's going to work and what's not going to work. And that way I've got kind of an idea of what I like to do and what I can do, what I can't do, what you shouldn't do maybe, what looks good, what doesn't look good. Oh, heavens. That didn't... how did that not get glued down there? Well, let me help you get glued down then. There. There we go. We will glue you down. Let's see, I've got all kinds of glue working through there. I wish I'd gone with the red first, but again, I tend to forget what I've got, so maybe I should catalog everything that I have. Now that would be super organized. And now I hear my dog snoring in the background. Oh, that'll be lovely for a video. Oh well, doesn't matter. Oh dear. She's funny. I don't know why I'm not not feeling the hot glue. And no, my fingers are not numb, so. Well, this is going to be a tiny little dainty flower. Tiny and dainty. She sounds like a person when she's snoring. It's just hilarious. Oh gosh, I don't know if you hear her or not, but I do. Let's see, are we coming around the corner here? Yeah, we are. I hope I'm not off camera. Good gosh. Good gosh, what are we doing? I don't know. All right, that thing started to get stuck. Okay, I want to make one last thing here, and I need to cut this. That's my problem when you're working with hot glue. You have all kinds of things sticking here and going there. Probably going to have to get after it with a tool. And I've got it stuck on me as well. Such a lovely thing. Yeah. Oh, you're probably thinking, that doesn't look as good. Well, I did gather it. I did pinch it. I gathered it and pinched it and did everything I know to do with it. But probably like you're thinking, the blue would have probably looked better on top of the red part. And I get that. And that's probably what I would have done differently. Kind of reminds me of one of those real pretty little sassy looking flowers I've seen at stores. And they've got their flowers out. What am I thinking of? What tool is that I'm thinking of? And do I have it here? Why, no, I do not. Oh. Oh dear. Good things everywhere. Come here, tool. You'll work. You will work. Yes, you will. Anyway, I was going to use this tool to kind of get some of the glue out. I don't know if it's going to come out or not. I'm not going to waste my entire video doing this, but if I think that it would be better to remove it if it's just a little bit much in one area, I might try to do that. Well, anyway, this is not going to work out. I think not. This one's got a little bit more glue on it than I like, really. But what we could do, instead of me trying to pick around on that thing, I could find something a little bit bigger to put on that. And it would probably look just fine and Jim dandy. That's what I'm thinking here. That's what I'm thinking of anyway. Ooh. Or if that would look right. So when you have like a lot of messy glue like that, I'm not sure if it's even, I can't tell if it's focusing. And if you have like a little flower like that, that would look really cute right there. Which is what I think I will use. Unless I think I've got something that I can use that look a little bit better than that. But I'm just going to go with that, really. So I'm going to put this down right here in the center. That way that kind of covers up a lot of the gluey mess. But that just goes to show you what you can do, you know. And if you want to, I mean, because some flowers have layers to them, you know, different layers to them. And you don't always see every layer to the flower, you know. I just wish that had been a little bit different there. If I could do, well, you know, I could go ahead and do that, couldn't I? Just sort of pinch that in there. Let's see if that'll look okay or not. I don't know. I'll see if I can get that to, yeah. It doesn't look quite as big right there. And then what you could add to that would be something that I have down here. My little box of bling here. Whoopsie, I'm just trying to pull too many things off at once. A little pearl or a little, yeah, little, whatever you've got would look just fine, I think. Just getting them off of here. I have some tweezers, but I don't really care for them. They don't really work to my liking. So now you put that in the middle, and that doesn't look half bad, does it? Although, yes, that red being just a little bit whiter would have looked better. But it still looks okay, though, because you can kind of still see the blue. It's just whatever you want to do, you know? So here's a little tiny flower here. And remember, I am working with a 1-inch diameter of a punch here. So these are going to be little tiny flowers. Or you could call them petite flowers. You know, I'm not going to bother putting that back into that plastic. It's just more stuff I've got to deal with. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on another one. I'm going to pause you again. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. Now, that was a long pause on my end of things, but it was a very short pause for you all. Okay, so I found some other lace I'm going to work with here, flat lace. And I don't know, I'm not sure how long this is. But again, we're going to start with making a little thing of glue there. We're going to fold this over. Okay. I don't know how long it's going to take me to upload this video, but I'm going to try to get it uploaded tonight so y'all can watch it tomorrow or whenever you happen to be home, or I don't know, you could even watch this while you're out doing your shopping. Just don't do it while you're driving. That would be bad. Unless of course you have hands free, then by all means. Okay, enough with the glue strings. So this has like a little bit of a lavender, a light lavender ribbon kind of going through it, and I thought that might be sort of pretty. Now, obviously, this one isn't pre-gathered or anything like that, so I am having to pinch and pleat as I go. Again, we're working with a very small diameter, only a 1-inch circle here. I'd like to find a little bit bigger punch. But sometimes, you know, when I go to these flea markets, they'll have punches, but then I think, well, do I really need that? They won't always have what I'm looking for, in other words. So I have to kind of think, you know, how often would I use that? What would I use it for? You know, all the questions you ask yourself. Will this end up at Goodwill one day? You know, you just have to kind of ask yourself all kinds of questions. At least I do. That's what I always do. Yo. So anyway. I will say this, a lot of times what I like to do is something to, if I'm kind of bored watching TV or whatever, I like to get on Google Earth. And I like to look up old addresses of where we used to live. I think it's sort of interesting. I think about, you know, what some of the plants I planted out front of the house, and I think, did the new people leave it there, or did they trim them down, or whatever? So, that's kind of what I do. A little bit. I just kind of look up things like that. Now, I missed the square footage we had in our last house where we lived. I think we had maybe about either 1,400 square feet, or we had maybe close to 1,500 square feet, something like that. And that was nice. We actually had 3 bedrooms, which was also very nice. And a 1.5 bath, which was nice. And what was I going to say? Well, but the thing I don't miss, which kind of made me go, ooh, when we lived there, because I was not aware of all the little critters that might sort of come in to our house. Well, I figured there'd be critters on the outside of the house, but as long as they stayed on the outside. So, anyway, where we lived, I found out that we had scorpions. And I just happened to be, I used to be more of a night owl back then than I am now, even. So it was kind of late, and I thought, well, I need to get up anyway from my chair. I was sitting at my desk, probably on my computer or something. I thought, well, I need to get up and go into the kitchen. And I flipped on the hall light, and I'm so glad I did. Well, we had light-colored carpet, too, which also helped. And at the corner of my eye, I thought, what in the world am I seeing along the baseboard there? I saw a scorpion. He's just walking along like, yeah, like I owned the place, like he owned the place. I thought, oh my word. I about jumped out of my skin. And, so anyway, I thought, well, I don't want him crawling around. My husband was already in bed asleep, you know, and I thought, I'm not going to wake him up just because there's a creepy critter in the house, you know. So I thought, now, how in the world can I get this critter up and get him contained? So the first thing I thought of was we had a very small It was a little bit bigger than a hand vac. And I thought, that'll do nicely. Not knowing how it would actually work. So, first time I went over the little critter, got it kind of close to him anyway, he would not go up in the thing. I think I made him mad. So he flipped that tail over his back and he acted like, all right, I'm coming at you now. There's no way to escape, lady. I got you now. Well, oh man, I mean, my heart was just a thumping, and I thought, oh gosh, now what do I do? I'm sorry, it's late night. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing, and so I decided to pray, you know. I said, please God, let this thing go up in this vacuum cleaner. And by the third time, I left it over his area where he was, and it was success. I flipped the switch, and I could hear the little critter walking around. He probably thought, where am I? I quickly went into the kitchen and got a little small white trash bag, and I put over the end of that thing. I wrapped it up nice and tight with some tape. And that critter was not coming out, I can tell you that right now. And I left a note for the next morning for my husband to find that critter. I said, there's a mean critter in here, however I worded it. I don't remember how I worded it now. And so my husband then took the thing out there, and he said he'd taken a mallet to it, killed it. He said it was mad. But anyway, that's that critter story. Oh boy. But see, that's what happens when you're butted up against the woods. Nobody ever told me that when you're in a wooded area that, you know, these kind of critters do exist. But we were also in the South, so there you go. That is not something I wanted to ever have come into my house ever again. That was creepy. And then after that, I never saw one in my house ever again. But then, when I had gone outside, it was a beautiful day, and I got to looking at my flowers, and they were looking kind of droopy, and I thought, well, let me go ahead and just spray those and give them a drink. Well, found my husband had he had made for me, I should say it that way, a 3-tiered little plant rack, you know, to set there on my patio. And so I had some plants on that, and that's where I was going to water. And out from under that thing came another scorpion. I thought, oh, great. And I could see him a lot better. So I went in the house, and I got a spray bottle, and I filled that thing up with, I think, bleach or something like that. I thought, I'll bleach him to death. And I thought it would kill him instantly. No, all it did was make him mad. And I thought, dang, what kills these critters? I was just totally freaked out. I thought, yeah. And then I thought, no, dummy. Get out the hose, put it on jet spray, and spray him across the yard. And that's exactly what I did. Youch, that's hot. And honestly, that's what I did, and that worked, actually. Anyway, I wanted to show you that this, now, other than getting a slight burn on my thumb, I'm not going to worry about that, though. This actually turned out pretty good. That's what it looks like on the back. So I like how this one turned out. Now that I kind of get the hang of it, That doesn't look bad, does it? And you could actually kind of leave it that way if you wanted to, which I just might. But anyway, I'm just showing you how you can be creative with even smaller things. This one looks okay too, but like I said, that was my trial one. And if I did that again, I might put the blue on top of the red or whatever. But that's still cute. We can still use it. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here because, my goodness, I've gone kind of over what I had planned. I hope you enjoyed my critter story. And I don't know, maybe it creeped you out, I don't know, but it's never a good thing to find those critters in the house. So anyway, I will go ahead and let you go, and I might even make another video, possibly, I don't know about tomorrow, because I have to work late, but I will probably make another video sometime this week. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and visiting, and thank you so much for your wonderful comments and compliments. I really do appreciate it. Alrighty. Thank you so much, and have a good evening and a good rest of your weekend then. Bye-bye.